Rape in a church have surfaced, this time against Heaven International Fellowship leader Bahlakwana Moleko. Former church members recounted their ordeal at the CRL Rights Commission in Johannesburg. They say the incident took place at the church's mission house in Meyerton, south of Johannesburg. Now, allegations of financial manipulation were also detailed at the two-day hearing.
This boardroom, a theater of emotions, as allegations of rape and financial exploitation are revealed.
Bible says since the time of
now at the center of the alleged abuse,
the kingdom of God suffers violence.
Heaven International Fellowship leader Bahlakwana Moleko, also known as Prophet Samuel Paul Heaven.
Nothing but the truth. So help me God. So help me God.
Sonia and Joseph Tugudu joined the church 3 years ago.
So we were very committed in the church. And
the couple was invited to stay at the church's mission house.
He would continuously call us into his office and tell us that in order for us to serve God properly, we must sell all our belongings and bring the money into the feet of God, which is bring the money to him, and then stay at church so that we can better serve God.
They fell for it. Days later, when she struggled to submit an assignment due to poor internet connection, Sonia claims she was summoned to his cottage.
We went to that place thinking it's a good place.
But that was until she was allegedly ordered to take off her clothes.
I pretended as if I didn't hear. I said, "Excuse me, Prophet." He said, "Take off your clothes. Take off your clothes." And he was getting irritated, and he had this anger in his voice. We were told and taught not to question the prophet. What he says goes.
She says she complied with his orders, but was molested.
Then he told me that I must put my clothes back on, and then I must go and tell Simba at the side of the church that he must put on his worship music, the prophet's worship music, and then I must pray in front of the church. I must pace up and down the church and pray, because there's something about my spirit after it has went through what he just did.
She revealed the ordeal to her husband weeks only after they fled the mission house. But the events of October the 6th still haunt him. He recalls being tasked to be a security guard.
I wanted to go and close the door of the bedroom. Immediately when I went, I met the prophet face to face. He was by the door of that bedroom of ours, and he was carrying an incense stick that was already burning.
He says he was ordered to take the stick and pray.
So he told me the rooms on which I'm supposed to pray in. While I'm praying, I'm also praying with my daughter, because my daughter was also walking around with me as I was praying. Meanwhile, while I was praying, I didn't know that my wife is being raped somewhere.
4 days later, during a fast, another alleged rape.
So he called me to the office and said, "Joseph, my spirit has found joy in you. I want you to become a covenant son."
And a message by a pained husband.
Samuel Paul Heaven, I did nothing to you. I respected you, I honored you. But you betrayed my trust by raping my wife and raping my sister.
He detailed that his parents' home was petrol bombed and efforts to open arson and rape cases were in vain. A former senior pastor alleges political interference.
His mom is a political influence in the Midval. She's a counselor. We did believe that probably there was influence, political influence, or because the mother is known, that's why this case is thrown out.
The commission says it will extend an invitation to the church leader. The hearings continue. Makiketla Motlabe, SABC News, Johannesburg.
All right, let's bring in Makiketla Motlabe now. He is monitoring